Interesting facts about Muhammad Ali. The achievements of one of the greatest boxers, Muhammad Ali, are not just confined to the ring, but extend beyond considerable lengths and breadths of the planet. He led his life with confidence, conviction, and dedication. And even after his passing away, he is remembered by millions across the world. Son of Cassius Marcellus Clay Sr. and Odessa Grady Clay, childhood Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali, was born on 17th January 1942 in Louisville, Kentucky, United States. He was an American professional boxer, philanthropist, entertainer, and activist. Famous for his boxing prowess, he was later nicknamed the Greatest. His mother was a domestic helper, and his father was a billboard painter. Despite the fact that Cassius Sr. was a Methodist, he permitted his wife to bring up Cassius Jr. and his younger brother Rudolph Clay as Baptists. Cassius Clay, a dyslexic, went to Central High School in Louisville. Because of his medical condition, he faced problems in reading and writing in school and much for the rest of his life. Cassius and his family grew up in the midst of racial discrimination. There was an occasion when a storekeeper denied him a drink of water because of color. He started boxing at the tender age of 12 in a random manner. After someone stole his bike, a tearful Clay told a police officer, Joe Martin, that he wanted to pummel the culprit. The officer advised him to learn how to fight and took the young kid under his wing. The police officer, Joe Martin, was a boxing trainer at a local gym and used to teach people how to box. Cassius started visiting the gym and picked up the basics of boxing. It was not long before he started to compete, and 6 weeks later won his first bout in a split decision. Clay had captured 2 National Amateur Athletic Union titles, 2 National Golden Glove titles, and 100 victories against 8 losses by the time he was 18. He traveled to Rome after graduating high school and won the light heavyweight gold medal in the Summer Olympics of 1960. On October 29, 1960, Clay won his professional boxing debut in a 6-round decision. The 6'3" heavyweight boxer overwhelmed his opponents from the start of his pro career. His opponents were overwhelmed by his combination of foot speed along with a combination of quick and powerful jabs. On February 25, 1964, Clay received his first title shot against Sonny Liston, the then reigning heavyweight champion. Prior to this, he won his first 19 fights, which included 15 knockouts. Clay kept on taunting Liston during the fight, and even went to the extent of predicting a knockout. While entering the ring, he promised to float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. At the start of the 7th round, Liston failed to answer the bell. Consequently, Clay was crowned World Boxing Heavyweight Champion. Following his victory, he roared at the crowd, "I am the greatest." In 1964, he changed his name to Muhammad Ali after joining the Nation of Islam. As a result, he rejected induction in the military, stating that he would not enlist because of his religious beliefs. He was stripped of his heavyweight boxing title because of this and received a 3-year ban from boxing. The rumors that Clay had converted to Islam were confirmed at a press conference the next morning. For quite some time, Clay was seen around Miami with Malcolm X, a member of the controversial Nation of Islam. Elijah Muhammad, his spiritual mentor, bestowed the name of Muhammad Ali on March 6, 1964. Ali played his first match against Floyd Patterson on 22 November 1965 for the WBC Ring Lineal World Heavyweight Championship. They played the second match for the North American Boxing Federation on 20th September 1972. Ali won both fights on technical knockouts. Following the Patterson fight, Ali formed his own promotion company, Main Bout. The company handled the boxer's pay-per-view closed-circuit broadcasts as well as handled Ali's boxing promotions. Mainly fellow Nation of Islam members were its stockholders. By knocking out Sonny in the first round of their rematch on 25 May 1965, Ali solidified his hold on the heavyweight championship. Ali refused to serve, citing his religious beliefs. He was later arrested. Following this, the New York State Athletic Commission revoked his heavyweight belt as well as suspended his boxing license. Ali was not perturbed by this decision. Convicted of evasion of draft, Ali was imposed with a fine of $10,000 and to the maximum of 5 years in prison. Nevertheless, Ali remained free while the conviction was being appealed. He spoke out against the Vietnam War on college campuses after being banned from boxing for 3 years. Ali's popularity plummeted, and many saw him as a draft dodger. However, support for Ali grew as public attitudes turned against the war. The New York State Supreme Court ordered the reinstatement of his boxing license in the year 1970. Ali returned to the ring on October 26, 1970, after spending 43 months in exile and knocked out Jerry Quarry in the 3rd round. The opportunity for Ali to regain his heavyweight crown against Joe Frazier The reigning champion came on 8 March 1971. In what was billed as the fight of the century, Ali was floored by the then undefeated Frazier in the final round. Although Ali got up, he lost in a unanimous decision and experienced his first defeat as a pro. Unperturbed, Ali won the next 10 bouts before being defeated by Ken Norton. 6 months later, he won the rematch in a split decision, as well as gained additional revenge in a unanimous decision over Frazier in a non-title match. Thanks to this victory, Ali was provided an opportunity to take on champion George Foreman. The match held in Kinshasa, Zaire on 30th October 1974, allowed Ali to employ his special strategy to wear out his opponent. During the fight, Ali would lean on the ropes of the ring, all the while absorbing a bombardment of blows from the fist of Foreman while taking his sweet time for his opponent to get tired. The strategy was successful, and Ali won in the 8th round knockout. He regained the title stripped from him 7 years ago. Ali faced no problems defending his title in the next 10 bouts, which included the unforgettable Thrilla in Manila on 1st October 1975. In this bout, Frazier, Ali's bitter rival, was unable to answer the bell for the final round. An aging Ali lost his title to Leon Spinks in a 15-round split decision. The match was held on the 15th of February 1978. Ali defeated Spinks 7 months later to reclaim his heavyweight crown. Following his victory against Spinks, Ali became the first boxer to win the world heavyweight boxing titles 3 times. Ali launched a brief, albeit unsuccessful comeback after announcing his retirement in 1979. Unfortunately, he was overcome in a technical KO loss to Larry Holmes in 1980. On 11 December 1981, he dropped a unanimous 10-round fight to Trevor Berbick. The 39-year-old Ali retired for good after this fight with a career record of 37 KOs and 56 wins. His body was bruised and battered, and he could fight no more. Photographer Howard Bingham was Ali's best friend for 35 years. During this period, he traveled the globe, meeting presidents and princes. He would not have been able to do so were it not for his selfless devotion to his buddy Muhammad Ali. Some of his other close friends include Alicia Keys, Denzel Washington, Howard Bingham, Magic Johnson, Heidi Klum, Madonna, Will Smith, Angela Jolie, Brad Pitt, Elton John, Lenny Kravitz, Billy Crystal, Tom Cruise, Jada Pinkett Smith, Halle Berry, and many more. Ali has been married 4 times and has 7 daughters and 2 sons. His 4 wives include Sanji Roy, M. 1964, Diver 1966, Belinda Boyd, M. 1967, Diver 1977, Veronica Porch Ali, M. 1977, Diver 1986, and Yolanda Williams, M. 1986, the latter being his last wife. Ali, whose height was 1.91 meters and who had a reach of 198 centimeters, had 9 children. They are Layla, Mariam, Assad, Rashida, Hana, Jamila, Mia, Kalaya, and Muhammad Ali Jr. He also had a brother, Rahman Ali. Apart from being a boxing champion, Muhammad Ali was also a champion of equality, justice, and peace. His life fighting in or out of the box epitomizes an icon that people love to emulate and use as a role model. Apart from being quick to admit his mistake, he reminded us the need to stay humble. Ali was a leader by character. He lived by working, living, and leading in alignment with his core principles, purpose, values, and beliefs. The lifeline of life is guided by values. Ali lived his values of compassion, justice, and fairness by refusing to go to Vietnam to fight for the U.S. Life was not a bouquet of roses for Ali. Apart from serving 5 years in prison, he began showing signs of slurred speech and slowness when he was in his mid-30s. Later on, he was diagnosed with Parkinson's syndrome at the age of 42. With 716.4 points, BoxRec ranks Ali as the 14th greatest boxer, pound for pound of all time. During his professional career, he is the highest-ranked fighter to have only faced heavyweights. The Ring, a boxing magazine, ranked him number 1 in a ranking of the greatest heavyweights from all eras. Ali remained in public spotlight despite suffering from Parkinson's. He traveled the world to spread goodwill and make humanitarian and charitable appearances. Few people know that Ali met Iraqi leader Saddam Hussein in the year 1990 to negotiate the release of American hostages. During the opening ceremonies of the 1996 Atlanta Summer Olympics, Ali had the honor of lighting the cauldron. BBC voted Ali as the sporting personality of the century in 1999. In a 2005 White House ceremony, Ali was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom. The same year saw the opening of the $60 million Muhammad Ali Center. This cultural center and nonprofit museum focuses on social responsibility and peace. It was opened in Louisville. Muhammad Ali was declared by Ring magazine as the Fighter of the Year on 5 occasions. This figure is much more than any other boxer has received. In 1990, he was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame. Despite his money and popularity, he remained a humble, religious, and down-to-earth person. He was the first one to come out and donate money for a worthy cause. This fact alone speaks volumes about his character. Thanks to his popularity, several movies were made about Ali, including aka Cassius Clay, I Am Ali, Ali, An American Hero, The Greatest, and many more. Ali was also a famous philanthropist, an individual who uses their money to help the public. Apart from supporting the Make-A-Wish Foundation as well as the Special Olympics, he also founded his own organization, the Muhammad Ali Parkinson Center. Muhammad Ali relished hot buttered rolls, spinach, macaroni and cheese, green peas, baked chicken, and dressing. Many people believe that Ali would have lived a normal life and would not have suffered from Parkinson's disease had he not taken to boxing. However, the legend states that the punches he took during his boxing career had nothing to do with his case of Parkinson's disease. Although he was a passionate boxer, Ali never wanted his daughters to follow the sport. However, things did not turn out the way he wanted. His daughter Layla has fought 24 contests between 1999 and 2007 and has not lost a single one of them. Are you aware that Muhammad Ali also knocked out Superman? The details of this appeared in a 1978 version of DC comic book that was aptly titled Superman vs. Muhammad Ali. Aliens have raided planet Earth and they do not consider Superman as an Earthling. Muhammad Ali defeats Superman and then defeats the aliens. Muhammad Ali took pride in the fact that he never smoked cigarettes or drank alcohol. So what did he do after his victories in the boxing arena? He would celebrate his victories with family and friends over orange juice at home. Ali once said, "I don't smoke, but I keep a matchbox in my pocket when my heart slips towards sin. I burn the matchstick and heat my palm with it. Then say to myself, Ali, you can't even bear this heat. How would you bear the unbearable heat of hellfire?" After his 1976 MMA-style bout against Antonio Inoki, Ali almost had to have his legs amputated. This bout took place in 1975, following his fight against Frazier, after Ali challenged Japanese pro wrestler. As soon as Sonny Liston agreed to fight Ali for the first time, the latter drove a bus with the words, "Liston must go in 8." He reached Liston's home with the bus at around 3 a.m. After Ali won the boxing's Golden Gloves in the year 1959, he had a feeling that he had the capability to become a world champion. It might be sheer coincidence, but there is no denying the fact that he did become a world champion. The bully always feels insecure, and Ali was no different. He was not a bully, though. Irrespective of all the intimidation tactics and bragging, Ali revealed that he was scared to death in the lead-up to his first fight against Sonny Liston. In some sense, Muhammad Ali was extremely unfortunate as a sports person. The age 25 to 29 are the peak of any athlete's career. During this time, Ali was unable to pursue his boxing career because it was precisely at that juncture that he was inactive due to his ongoing court case. Here is a fact that only a handful of die-hard Ali fans know. He starred in a Broadway musical that ran for 1 week while he was banned from the boxing world due to his ongoing court case. Columbia Records released Ali's album, I Am the Greatest, even before Muhammad was even a contender for Sonny Liston. Now that is quite cocky. For the uninitiated, this is a comedy album which was released in August 1963. Thanks to a loophole, Ali returned to boxing in 1970. Georgia State had no organized boxing commission permitting Atlanta City to grant Ali a boxing license. Ali knocked out Jerry Quarry in 3 rounds. Ali first won the World Championship in 1964 and again in 1978. Angelo Dundee, his trainer, described how Cassius Clay the boxer was vastly different than Muhammad Ali. It was almost impossible to hit Clay, he said, abcnews.go.com. No other athlete in the world has more Sports Illustrated covers than Muhammad Ali, apart from Michael Jordan. If there was a Mount Rushmore of sports, these two legends would be the first faces carved in it. Michael Jordan was the most popular cover athlete, adorning the front of Sports Illustrated 50 times, followed by 40 appearances from Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali, inspirational quotes. It's hard to be humble when you're as great as I am. I am the greatest. I said that even before I knew I was. Only a man who knows what it is like to be defeated can reach down to the bottom of his soul and come up with the extra ounce of power it takes to win when the match is even. Friendship is not something you learn in school, but if you haven't learned the meaning of friendship, you really haven't learned anything. I should be a postage stamp. That's the only way I'll ever get licked. I hated every minute of training, but I said, "Don't quit. Suffer now and live the rest of your life as a champion." The fight is won or lost far away from witnesses, behind the lines, in the gym, and out there on the road long before I dance under those lights. A man who views the world the same at 50 as he did at 20 has wasted 30 years of his life. Tough and love. Silence is golden when you can't think of a good answer. He who is not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing in life. Hating people because of their color is wrong, and it doesn't matter which color does the hating. It's just plain wrong. It's the repetition of affirmations that leads to belief, and once that belief becomes a deep conviction, things begin to happen. A man who has no imagination has no wings. Rivers, ponds, lakes, and streams, they all have different names, but they all contain water. Just as religions do, they all contain truths. Service to others is the rent you pay for your room here on earth. My principles are more important than the money or my title. The name Muhammad is the most common name in the world. In all the countries around the world, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, Morocco, Turkey, Syria, Lebanon, there are more Muhammads than anything else. When I joined the Nation of Islam and became a Muslim, they gave me the most famous name because I was the champ. It's not bragging if you can back it up. I am an ordinary man who worked hard to develop the talent I was given. I believed in myself, and I believe in the goodness of others. It isn't the mountains ahead to climb that wear you out, it's the pebble in your shoe. It's just a job. Grass grows, birds fly, waves pound the sand. I beat people up. What keeps me going is goals. Live every day as if it were your last, because someday you're going to be right. I am the astronaut of boxing. Joe Louis and Dempsey were just jet pilots. I'm in a world of my own. Don't count the days, make the days count.